How many horses are in this photo? There is definitely more than one. My mom asked me for a formal picture of my month-old baby. I sent her this. This man has single-handedly made handcuffs pointless. The human nervous system. He looks a little nervous. Based on statistical evidence, I'm immortal. How so? Haven't died yet. A little slice of heaven for Valentine's Day. People with money unlock a different earth. I made fried rice. I found a coupon that gives you $5 off at any store. Say something positive about gay people. Not only do they leave more women for us, they take another dude with them. If you ever feel down, just remember you're closer to being a millionaire than Jeff Bezos. Why the fuck does no one talk about the fact that depression and anxiety can give you major memory loss? Because none of us remember. Did you know there are more planes underwater than submarines in the sky? Baby born without pee-pee in extremely rare case. Same thing happened to my sister. Your belly button is just your old mouth. Not even joking. This gave me a mental breakdown. The worst thing about cigarettes is the smell in your fingers. I don't know. I think lung cancer might be worse. 100% of people who breathe oxygen die. My water broke. How many calories are in uranium? 20 billion calories. I would never need to eat it again. You wouldn't. It's true. Let me be perfectly clear. Oh, I see. I appreciate your transparency. Robert Wadlow, the tallest man ever with his family. He is the one with the tie. That's going, yeah, this is overused. Work until your bank account looks like a phone number. 911. Boyfriend with no social media. Where are you at? How the hell is he going to see this? More people live in the green area than the blue area. If your parachute fails, you have the rest of your life to figure it out. Man mistakes hunting buddy for deer. Shoots him during hunt in South Carolina. Can't blame him based on that picture. This plant-based alternative promises to help high schoolers stop vaping. Shoplifters when they see a shop. The floor is lava. Everyone in Pompeii. What's stopping you from doing this? Common sense. Y'all believe in the right person. Wrong timing. I don't believe in people or time. I support people's choices to street race because it's a victimless crime until they T-bone a family van full of kids, killing the entire family. That is street crashing, which I am very against. Rap battles are just a bunch of dudes aggressively singing poems they wrote about each other. Gun-controlled lamp. You can turn it off, but only once. There was a spider on my desk, but it's under control now. It's fine. He's just a web developer. At least 23 people live inside this red circle. I was wrong. Sorry guys. 0 people live in this red circle because it is a picture. Hey, people who know astrology. I've been having a lot of feelings lately. Any planets I can blame that on? For most of human history, vehicles had automatic collision avoidances and could even take you home when you were sleeping or drunk. Then we got rid of the horse. This is insane to think about. Fascinating, but untrue. Tokyo is in Japan, not England. Being a serial killer is much like being a comedian, in that you can either hit it big and get your own Netflix special, or you spend eternity popping up on shitty podcasts when your milk has a Valentine's Day date and you don't. Somebody is going to be spoiled on Valentine's Day. Americans have literally no banter. I don't know what country this is coming from, but we've probably beaten you in war at some point. I'm American. Civil War. Why does the inside of a cheese grater look like every rap music video from the early 2000s? Pedro Pascal has never starred in a show rated under 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Neither have I. OMG, I would pay to see this Spider-Man film. You'd have to pay to see any Spider-Man film. Blake Lively is pregnant and you won't guess what it is. Hopefully a baby. I want a crystal that makes the vibes really bad and upsets everyone. Thanks everyone for the recommendation of meth. Woman who had sex with 20 ghosts is now engaged to a spirit. She found her boo. Being fat in the workplace is hard. Standing up for yourself is harder. A parking spot reserved for pregnant women to pee on their babies. We're doomed. Open box before eating pizza. You know it's cold outside when you go outside and it's cold. Just found out I'm really good at escape rooms. Apparently, if you have a panic attack in the corner, they let you out early. What would happen if a man takes birth control pills? They wouldn't get pregnant. My girl keeps telling me she'd be having dreams that I'm cheating on her. So now I gotta do it cause it's my job as her man to help her dreams come true. Original image. Cropped image. A woman trying to commit suicide from the Eiffel Tower landed on a car and later married the owner of the car. So she fell in love. He is 104 years old. What is your excuse? He had more time to train. I haven't met a single person who doesn't like this movie. I don't like this movie. I've never met you. 1 pack a day for 20 years versus healthy lungs. They are both dead. I hate lazy people. Why? We didn't even do anything. Bumblebees can fly higher than Mount Everest. That's because Mount Everest can't fly. Say I, or you're gay. You're gay. Girls are like strawberries. Sometimes they are in the grocery store. There is one person who is 7 times more likely to kill you compared to everyone else. Yourself. Not if I kill him first. What is on your mind? Yeah, I've used this before. Chipmunks are legally classified as vermin. common, which means Alvin and the Chipmunks can be killed with no legal consequences. Billy Joe, piano man. He looks nothing like a piano. Pregnancy runs in my family. Over half of my ancestors has had it at some point. The other big one is death. That runs in the family too. An overwhelming majority of my ancestors experienced death at some point in their lives. The alphabet is seen from the side. The alphabet is seen from directly above. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Pouring river water into your socks. Why would I do that? It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Making a plant illegal is like saying God was wrong. Making a plant illegal was one of the first things God ever did. If you did it when you were drunk, you wanted to do it when you were sober. I'm pretty sure I didn't want to sleep outside in a wheelbarrow all night, but alright. If your parents don't have children, chances are you won't either. Nothing will fuck you up as much as the realization that there's no real reason the alphabet needs to be in an order. What have you done? It's so fucked up that plutonium just looks like this. It could be orange flavored and we would never know. It could be delicious. There's one way to find out. When gambling, you can win 2000% of your money, but you can only lose 100%. Saw a video on Instagram, how to turn $500 into $160,000 with NFTs. Dude just bought the NFT for $500 and set the ask to $160,000. Imagine if your dad was a minotaur and your mum was a mermaid, and you just got the human half of both, and now you're just some guy. The only reason there are pyramids in Egypt is because they are too heavy to be carried to the British Museum. Jeff, this isn't a joke. This is legitimately true. Only humans will understand this. Even when I do it right, it will still decline me. Why? Why must you deny me? I would die if a guy... Find the person who doesn't pay taxes. Can't find them. It's because they're right here. Fact, babies are idiot leeches and don't pay fucking taxes. Condom sex does not count. Just hear me out. A theory. If you wash your hands with gloves on, did you really wash your hands? I see your point, but let me ask you this. If I strangled you to death with gloves on, did I really strangle you to death? Well, I could never lend this shirt to anyone. I'm fucking Robert Downey. You could lend it to your wife. Finally, I can get chips without the chips. Tell me something I don't know. The word none is just the letter N doing a cartwheel. Okay, this is crazy. I've spent the last 2 days turning this old record into a SpongeBob window. Maybe I do have too much time on my hands. What happens after you die? Lots of things happen after you die. They just don't involve you. I wonder how atheists moaned during sex. They'd be like, oh, evolution. Atheists are the only one allowed to yell, oh god, during sex, because religious people shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain. Why do people like feet? Not kink shaming, just wondering what about feet makes them so attractive to some people. That must be something from the US. Here in Europe, we are more into meters. Can we talk about how cute motorcycle gangs are? Inseparable friends, matching outfits, going on adventures together. What a wholesome, adorable fun. Lucky ducks. This is the longest continuous path you can walk in the world. Fact check. What is your favorite movie of all time? Movies are worthy of our liking as long as the creators put their heart into it. That's not a movie. Someone in my Norwegian class didn't know the word for cowboys, so called them American horse pirates, and I've been laughing about it for an hour. Just to be clear, if you carefully removed and laid end to end all the veins, arteries, and capillaries of your body, you will die. I once bit a dog that bit me. How? By biting it. Egypt is smaller than the United States, Russia, and China combined. Not to sound politically unaware, but did you know Fox News has absolutely no news about foxes? What smells better than it tastes? A nose. They told me it's a single bedroom with an attached bathroom. You are going to a party. The theme is dress inappropriately. Who or what do you dress as? Dress normally. Because if the theme is to dress inappropriately, and you dress appropriately, technically, you're the one being inappropriate for the occasion. Tips for new bikers. Bike. No, I mean, how to not get exhausted easily while biking. Don't bike. Who else remembers doing this as a child? What is not illegal, but would definitely get the cops' attention? Waving at the cop and calling them to come to you. I've used this in a different video. So I met a cute guy at the bar last night, danced with him, says he doesn't have a girlfriend. We exchanged Snapchats. I look him up on Facebook and he doesn't have a girlfriend. He has a wife. One time I changed in front of my mum and she saw a tattoo I have next to my boob and she was like, make sure your employer never sees that. Tattoos aren't professional. And it's like, fuck, now I can't sleep with my boss without them thinking I'm unprofessional. Just charge him for the sex so he thinks you're a professional. In 1977, we received a radio signal from space that lasted 72 seconds, and to this day, we still don't know where it came from. Yes, we do. It came from space. What's a life life-changing item you can buy for less than $100. Heroin. You just said life-changing. It doesn't need to be a good thing. Whales are bigger than literally every single thing in the universe that is smaller than a whale. Earth with you. Earth without you. What the fuck? This seems rude. Whoever made this, fuck yourself. Don't call yourself bisexual if you've never fucked a bicycle. I can't breathe. Need some change. I'm a little short. What is your secret to sleep well? Bash my head against my bedside anvil until I pass out. Why won't my power strip turn on? I have everything plugged in. If you had a Roblox game or YouTube channel blow up overnight and earn 10k plus, what would you get? 10k plus. Censorship. A shark could swim faster than me, but I could probably run faster than a shark. So, in a triathlon, it would all come down to who is the better cyclist. Do cigarettes expire? No, cigarettes don't expire, but the person smoking them does. How the hell do you get dick from Richard? You ask him nicely. I needed ibuprofen after this. This meme is so overused. I honestly don't think donuts are this healthy. Propaganda. Just got sent a free NFT from my doctor. This is the future. Guess who just found out the difference between wax paper and parchment paper the hard way? Wait, what's the difference? Boring meme. Telling my 26-year-old friend that they look good for their age. He was trying to cool the planet and she was regrowing the forests, and they wanted us to root for the trust fund billionaire. Your dad's keyboard. My dad doesn't do this. Is that rare? Tell me, what country are you from? Using 2 words. From Poland. Divorced men after 50 on dating apps. You have 2 people had sex back in the 90s. Now I have to feed myself and work every day. If you serve your kids frozen pizza or this is what the fuck? Why did I even download this meme? What's a non-sexual thing that you find super hot? Molten lava. Day 8 of isolation. Beer frozen. Burnt my food. And my girlfriend's pregnant. You just can't pull anything out in time, can you? Wife told me to get a handful of Oreos. How is Kim Kardashian 40 years old? Because she was born in 1980. I asked my boy, what the fuck? This is... I want to try this, but I'm not gonna. No sex before marriage. Say it after me. Me, it. What gives you butterflies every time? No matter how many times you experience it. Buying caterpillars. Mine is gaining a subscriber. Subscribe. Do it. My neighbor told me coyotes keep eating his outdoor cats, so I asked him how many cats he has, and he said he just goes to the shelter and gets a new cat afterwards. So I said it sounds like he's just feeding the shelter cats to coyotes, and then his daughter started crying. Wow. Every time I drink milk, I remember my roommate who used to put powdered milk in his milk so he could drink more milk. I've seen this before, it's just... What's the most illegal thing you can do with $1? Change it to 100 pennies, put them in a sock, and then beat someone to death with it. I'm sorry, but shouldn't British websites use biscuits? What's your idea of the perfect date? Other formats can be really confusing. I know every phone number. No, you don't. I do. I just don't know who they belong to. Someone please quickly explain baby clothing sizes to me. Baby clothes are smaller than most adult or even children clothes. I hope this helps. If you were the last person on Earth and you hear a knock on your door, what would you do? Realize I was wrong. If the human population held hands around the equator, a significant portion of them would drown. Change does not come from a place of comfort. I find pennies and nickels in my couch all the time, so I don't know what you are talking about. How you expect to feel after a nap versus how you really feel. That awkward silence when you both snapped on each other, trying to get 4 kids out of the door. Now it's time to have a fun family day. Tell me a riddle. Here's a riddle for you. Okay, what a shit meme. ChatGPT, you need to get funnier. Gator shows up at Florida hair salon without an appointment. The most efficient meal is a small amount of oil. It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, but it takes an even bigger man to give a giraffe a haircut. What if you woke up one day and you were hot? I don't know, I'd probably open the window or something. Huge dog turns into puppy when reunited with owner. Very misleading title. Dog remained the same size throughout the video. Flagged. Is it for fuck's sake or for fuck's sake? It's for a work email, so it has to sound professional. It's for fuck's sake, because it's for the sake of fuck. If something is old as fuck, then it's about 1.2 billion years old, because that's when life evolved sexual reproduction. Wow. However, if something is old as balls, it is only about 65 million years old, when placental mammals began to evolve proper testicles. I love biologists. You're telling me this doesn't look fake as hell. What is the best loophole you've ever found? My brother once yelled, "Last one to jump in the pool is gay," and then I jumped into the pool. However, I figured that if I did not jump in the pool, then technically he would be the last one in the pool, and he is still gay to this day. I drew a portrait of my girlfriend. Do you like it? How to draw a sheep. Draw a cloud, legs, a circle for a head. There you have it. Someone draw a sheep using these instructions. This really helped. I think this is the best sheep I have ever drawn. Stop buying plastic skeletons for Halloween. It's terrible for the environment. Locally sourced, all natural skeletons are much more environmentally friendly. You've aged. You can save this cake mistake by adding well, you've aged. Q is such a great word. The actual important letter, and then 4 more silently waiting behind it in a line. What TV show never had a decline in quality? Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It maintained a standard. It was always absolute horseshit from the start and never improved. Your pets have tripled in size. What is your immediate concern? That my pets have tripled in size. You know who probably doesn't have 1 case of COVID? That island of people who shoot intruders with arrows on sight. God bless them. I hope they are doing well. Are you a pirate or a
Yoha
pirate? I'm not paying for $600 for a Photoshop pirate. How far does a squirrel have to fall to die? 0 feet. Squirrels have been known to die without falling at all, so the answer to your question is 0 feet. My boss told me if I wanted a raise, I needed to send him a detailed list of reasons why I think I deserve one, so I just dropped this off on his desk. 1. I am poor. Thank you for your consideration. Best place to get a nose piercing. On the nose. Hope this helps. $2 is not a tip. $5 is not a tip. Anything I give you outside of this bill is the tip. I debated a flat earther once. He got so mad he stormed off saying he would walk to the edge of the earth to prove me wrong. He'll come around eventually. What does this mean? That, my friend, is exactly the question you have to ask. It means that this is one of the best ways to pile up rocks and not have them fall down for a long time. If anyone were to go back to say 1,000 years with a gun, they could bring down entire empires. You'd need bullets too. I worked at McDonald's for 2.5 years and put 11 nuggets in almost every 10 piece I made. This man out here giving 110%. You're offered 50, bruh, so overused. I want to eat an omelette. Omelette or omelette. Former is British, latter is American. And what you said is none of the above. Yeah, because I am neither British nor American. I am Indian. Affordable ways to practice self-care. 1. Abandon society. Why go to work when you can become friends with raccoons? Need a man who's never looked at another woman. National Society of the Blind and Partially Sighted. Random cat crashes fashion show. Fights models. It's called a catwalk. She did nothing wrong. I am so tired. Can you talk to me really quick? Not like an auctioneer, but I can talk faster than normal if I try really hard. Interesting. How do we know for sure though? Y'all are so obsessed with calling every basic need a human right. Hugged my mum today. First time in a year. Magic. Can't wait to do the same. Don't think my mum is expecting you. Why did the... What the fuck is that? Get the worm, because it's an early bird. This is my brother's page. What is heavier, a 200 pounds of bricks or 200 pounds of feathers? The answer is feathers. 200 pounds of bricks is just bricks. But if you try to carry 200 pounds of feathers, you also have to carry the weight of what you did to those poor birds. Always work on 2 projects at once. That way, you can procrastinate on project A by messing around on project B. And when you get tired of project B, you can waste time by working on project A. You'll be twice as productive while doing nothing but procrastinate. Satanic cult attempt to possess a car. I mean, I've used this in a different video before, but this is just so fucking weird. Y'all remember before ebooks were big and some I don't even know what this means. No, I'm not old. I'm only 23. You'd be dead in dog years. A German tourist jumped in the freezing water to save my precious little dog who was drowning. After he climbed out, he handed me the dog and said, "Here is the dog. Keep him warm and dry off. He will be fine." I said, "Are you a vet?" He replied, "Vet, I'm fucking soaking." Today at work, a girl at my register was heatedly explaining to her mother that wearing a dinosaur costume to her school decades day was in fact perfectly acceptable because her teachers did not specify any particular decades. The kids are alright. I'm not sure Disney fully understands what a pirate is. A good pirate never takes another person's property. A good pirate buys someone else's intellectual property, then extends the copyright forever. Disney. Without Googling, can you name a famous explorer? The Jurassic Park explorer. He owns his company. He is the boss. He's literally the only employee. Congratulations to Jonathan Warrington for being employee of the month. Jonathan will get a 3-day and night all expense paid hunting and fishing trip to Arkansas for his hard work. Alright, water break. I don't know if you could hear me drink that, but yeah, I just drank some water. He's not wrong. When you come over, 4:23. That's very specific. Any particular reason that time? If you think about it, any time is a specific time. Like 4 is a specific time too, so it's no more specific than any other time. All of Chris Hemsworth's space scenes in Adventures... Did I just say Adventures? Avengers Infinity War were filmed on Earth to accommodate the actors' How much does a good telescope cost? What the fuck?